bro, like James Earl Jones's voice, like announcing that in that moment where they fighting, he just cut Luke's hand off. Luke, like, I know Obi-Wan told me what you did to my father. He said, you killed him. He's like, no, I am your father. And the pain in Luke's face when he screamed no and he realized that his daddy was black, bro, like, like this dude was like, no.
Thank you for checking out Jokeaday podcast. My name is Lionel Harris, comedian, writer, filmmaker, now content creator with the podcast, alongside my co-host, David Griffin.
Hey. What's up?
It's a new catchphrase. I'm not going to react to it because it'll only encourage him.
What up?
But we're here. I forgot to say it, I think, on one of our tapings. But we're here at our sponsor, Dave & Buster's, which is agreed to sponsor the podcast. So shout out to them.
Mama, we made it.
We out here. We outside. But we indoors. But we outside.
Dave & Buster's.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
DMB.
Bars.
If you hear the joy and the frolicking outside, that's why we wanted to make sense of the noise that you hear behind you. Usually podcasts are
frolicking.
Yeah, people frolic, I think.
Still frolic? In 2025, they frolicking out here?
They do, man.
Okay, all right.
It's going to start trending.
All right.
Keep your ear to the streets.
Frolic.
And I don't know. It's a new year. You know what I mean? It's not New Year's anymore, but it's a new year. But I mean, like, you got something like you looking forward to or you predicting for 2025?
Something I'm predicting. I think this year is probably going to be like I predict that the sun is going to rise in the east and set in the west. Probably the whole year. I don't see that changing. I think the earth is still gonna like turn, and air
will what? Okay, just air.
Air.
All right.
3 predictions.
That's it. Well, thank you for those predictions. I'm really just mad at myself because I sat and listened with anticipation, like he was actually going to turn that and make that into something.
Yeah, that's your own fault.
The punchline was air.
It's your own fault.
Air was the punchline.
You asked the question.
Yeah, it's my fault.
It is.
It's my fault.
It is. I don't feel bad about nothing I said.
You should. You just being you, bro.
Exactly.
You letting your light shine.
I'm not changing,
You know what I'm
bro. I already
You
said
let your light shine, bro.
Yeah,
first in the east. and then progressively towards the west.
Yeah,
westerly light.
There you go.
Hopefully, what we do today will be more memorable than that, and that will be today's topic. We're gonna talk
memorable.
Well, let's see.
Sunrises and sunsets.
Let's give it a second.
It's been doing it since the earth was formed.
What are some memorable lines from movies? Some memorable lines. Now, when we came up with this, we didn't say genre.
No,
we didn't say type of movie.
Right,
anything.
we didn't give
we just
any
said memorable
lines from movies. So it
could be anything.
Right, I was thinking, because it's my memory.
Right.
So these.
No, I mean we could have been like rom-coms, action, comedy, black movies. You know what I'm saying?
I just went with memorable.
Yeah, I did the same thing because we didn't discuss it.
Memorable lines from movies.
What you got? What you got?
Well, I'm going to start off with the movie that I feel like shaped me as a man, as a human being.
Okay.
The Last Dragon.
There it is.
Catches bullets with his teeth. Not to be outdone by, this is 2 lines from the same movie.
Okay.
Kiss my Converse. Okay.
Because he did it. He did do it.
Right.
He did do it.
Because you get to see, they start off with, catches bullets with his teeth, right? Mm-hmm. Foreshadowing what would happen as the ultimate move for the Last Dragon, catching a bullet with his teeth.
There you go. Right? I'm not arguing anything. That's a climax.
Greatness. Who, like, what other we've seen other heroes, right? But nothing that I've seen since then compares to Bruce Leroy catching a bullet with his teeth. I don't care what movie you bring up.
Okay.
It won't outdo it.
I'm not arguing a different movie, but I would say personally, I would rather catch the bullets with my hand. That's not impressive. Because I don't want my dental work. You know what I'm saying?
That's not impressive.
That's it. That's the only reason.
But
you say you got strong teeth.
But you don't understand how the glow works. So I understand.
That's my fault.
Right. So
misinterpreting the glow.
You misinterpreting the glow because there was nothing, no chips, no nothing. Pristine. His teeth were pristine and white when he opened his mouth and that bullet was. And this was from a 45.
That's too.
This wasn't no 9mm. This was a 45.
That's fair. That's fair. But it's a little known fact. If you go back and watch the DVD extras, like if you had a DVD, the glow actually begins in the east.
But it moves. It never sets.
It moves in a westerly direction. It comes back to the east. You see what I'm saying?
I got you.
That's what it do.
But and to finish this off, because I already, blessed you with the bullets in the teeth, but the specificity of the shoe. He could have been. He could have just said, "Kiss my feet, kiss my shoes, kiss my Converse."
It's alliteration. That's alliteration right there.
And the tone in which he said, "Kiss my Converse."
There you go.
That was,
Show enough. That's show enough. A good quote right there.
Coldest villain name ever. Show enough.
Coldest.
The coldest villain name ever.
I'm gonna go in a total opposite direction. I was gonna stay with you, but I'm gonna go in a total opposite direction.
Go in your direction, brother. Go.
Memorable line from a movie. It is not a tumor. Kindergarten Cop.
That's a good one.
It is not a tumor.
That's a good one.
I never forgot that. Long as I live.
That's a good one.
That man was declaring his healing. He was blessed.
Yeah.
He agreed with the report of the Lord.
Yeah, that's
it's not a tumor.
Arnold
he shall live and not die.
Arnold Schwarzenegger as a kindergarten cop. That movie has some heavy themes in it.
Yeah, it did. It was pretty mature.
It's pretty mature for a kids movie. Was that a kids movie?
It was in the middle. They marketed it that way when it came out. It was PG. It's a pretty sinister villain.
Girls have vaginas. Yeah, that's another memorable line from that movie.
Our mom says our dad is a real sex machine. Them little kids was off the chain, bro.
That's crazy.
Parents use discretion.
I don't know if I should have watched that as a kid.
I probably shouldn't. I shouldn't have watched none of the stuff I was watching.
Yeah.
What you got?
That's a good one. Let's see. Okay, I'm going Coming to America.
I got
Sexual chocolate.
Sexual chocolate. That's good.
Sexual chocolate. What else?
All right, see, this is what I put. I feel like Coming to America has too many quotes.
It does.
The whole movie is a quote. So I picked 2 songs.
Okay, all right.
As the most memorable. Soul Glow.
Yeah.
And She's Your Queen to Be.
Yeah. Yeah. See, I was just going with just the quotes, but I'm with you. It was hard for me. It was hard for me to nail down one quote. But I went with Sexual Chocolate. But I wanted to sing the song too.
Right.
But I went with it. But
the songs
Soul Glow and Queen to Be.
Yeah. But see, here's the thing. For me, because Coming to America is so memorable, the whole movie is quotable. Yeah. I like the offbeat stuff that people don't quote.
Yeah.
I like the offbeat stuff. All right, so for me, it would be Arsenio line.
Okay.
When Arsenio was the preacher and he was at the Black Awareness rally.
Oh,
And he said, "Turn around, ladies." And he said, "Only God, that Hugh Hefner on high."
I know. There's a God. So that's
He said, "Call God, the Hugh Hefner on high, bro." Because that was bars.
That was so
Man, that
inappropriate.
went over
That was so
everybody.
inappropriate. The fact she made them turn around.
Turn around, ladies.
Turn around, ladies. I was like, come on, man.
Man can take a picture, but only God. That joke, hey,
Oh,
bro,
man.
that's a real high fly.
Bro, that movie was so good. So good. Yeah.
I got a hell of a hair dryer over here. Check it out. That's it. I like them offbeat.
Yes.
I got a hell of a hair dryer over here.
It's just comedy on comedy with that movie, bro.
It's too much, man.
All right.
Oh, I guess technically, no, it's your turn.
Is it your turn?
I piggyback.
Oh, you
off.
piggyback off of the. All right. Let's go. I'm gonna go with another love of mine, and it seems like I'll say this, just going forward. It seems like there's a theme to my movies. I wonder if you're gonna pick up on it as we keep going.
Okay.
All right. Star Wars. When Darth Vader reveals to Luke, "I am your father," right?
Right.
And bro, James Earl Jones's voice, like announcing that in that moment where they fighting, he just cut Luke's hand off. Luke, like, I know Obi-Wan told me what you did to my father. He said, "You killed him." He's like, "No, I am your father." And the pain in Luke's face when he screamed no and he realized that his daddy was black, bro, like this dude was like, "No, it's not true. It's impossible." Like that's what that impossible was. That's what dude said. Just like, it's impossible. This is not possible. Like, no, in that moment, like
The black reveal.
like, nah, my daddy. James Earl Jones, my daddy. No. That's why that dude never became as big a star as he thought he was gonna be. That dude started doing voiceover work after he did Star Wars.
I didn't see that one. You bobbed when I thought you was gonna weave, bro. You bobbed when I gave you that, man. That was good.
Mark Hamill did voiceovers after that.
All right, here we go. Here's one. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Chris Tucker in Rush Hour.
Okay.
That's a memorable line.
That is a memorable line.
Yeah. The other one is too racist. So I got stuck with that one. With Jackie Chan said, yeah. I can't do it. I can't do it.
But hey, that's a good one though. That's a good one. Okay. The only one that matters, but the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie.
Okay.
When I heard Raphael curse after he lost his weapon, and April picked it up and put it in her purse.
I don't remember it well enough but go ahead.
Bro, that dude was like, "Damn." And then they went back down the sewer, and everybody excited because that was their first time, coming out the sewer and then beating some people up in the ninja way,
right.
It's in stealth. But he lost his weapon. Everybody else excited. They go back into the lair, and that boy looking like, "Damn." I'm like, the Ninja Turtles curse.
Yeah, bro. And they was teenagers.
And and Raphael's rage throughout that entire movie, bro. This dude was, man.
Raphael always had the temper. That's his brand.
Bro, his temper in that movie was crazy.
All right. Since you did a temper, I'll do a temper. This is now. Let me see your ID. Ice Cube and Higher Learning. That was a memorable line. Cop asked for his ID. No. Let me see your ID. Yeah. Flatfoot. That stuck with me. That stuck with me, bro. Yeah. That was hard, bro. Yeah, that was hard. That was hard. He had the afro too. He picked the afro too. No. No.
Yeah, Higher Learning. That was
Yeah. What is learn? What is learning? What is higher learning? I mean, what it is. Go ahead, what you got? You remember that?
I'm letting you go.
You remember that joke, bro?
I'm letting you rock.
Oh, funny note, it's an interesting fact.
Okay.
Dude from Higher Learning, the dude that trained Remy is the dude in Yellowstone. Now, they run the whole
the one that
he
the one that
he the thug, the head thug.
Yeah, the one that was holding the people, trying to get the people off the people that fell off the cliff. The one that was trying to
him, yeah.
That's the dude.
Yeah. I can't think of his name. I know Remy was our old boy, the comedian, Michael Rappaport.
Yeah.
But I can't think of his name.
Yeah, it's crazy how like just a beard can make you not recognize a person at all. Like
a beard is that powerful, bro.
Yeah.
That powerful.
It's amazing.
What you got?
All right, I got this one. Mufasa's death.
Okay.
At the hands of his brother Scar.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when that dude's climbing up, he jump out, he say simple, he climbing up the thing. And that dude look up and he's like, Scar, brother, help me. And that dude Scar, long live the king, right? Bro, that line was so powerful. Like, I didn't even question why African lions had British accents.
Bro, I don't know why they British in the new one, bro. They British in the new one, bro.
Like, why?
I don't know, bro. I don't know. They British.
We never questioned it at all.
The last Martin Luther King movie, Martin Luther King was British. Yeah, everybody British, bro.
Why in the heart of Africa are these lions
colonialism?
Speaking the Queen's English.
Colonialism, bro. That's what happened, bro. Colonizing.
Boss.
I can't do the Lion King.
But Simba didn't have an accent.
He didn't. He couldn't wait to be king. But he like second generation though.
Yeah, that's what it was. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't around his parents long enough to get the accent, I guess.
Somehow he was American. I don't know how that happened either. In Africa. I can't use Lion King too traumatic. It's a lot of lines, but that scene particularly, like that's thug tears right there. Like that's that's the one Denzel glory. That's everything. Yeah. I probably fast forward it now if it came on. I can't watch that part.
Yeah.
Too traumatizing. All right, so I'm gonna switch gears. And this is low. Now, you got the Best Man series, which, what I mean, got popularized. I mean, even kept going recently, even when they did the Christmas, what a joint they did, it was just on Peacock. Like during the pandemic.
Best Man Holiday?
That was one more. The Holiday was the second one.
Oh, that was the second one?
Then they made it into the series.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about. I didn't see it. I don't know the title of it.
Well, anyway, this from the original Best Man.
Okay, all right.
Original Best Man, when he was just like, frontal lobe, shorty? That was it. Everybody knew what the frontal lobe meant. That's how old boy found out he slept with his girl. All of it was that frontal lobe kiss.
The frontal
lobe, shorty?
On the frontal lobe. Yeah. Yeah.
Because if you pay attention, you go back and watch the movie, it's crazy. I know there's the subtleties of the filmmaking, but in that scene when old boy reading the book, who played the football player?
Morris Chestnut.
When Morris Chestnut reading the book, and he read the scene where he found out that his best friend and his lady slept together. They playing the D'Angelo song. There's all curse words. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The whole song, the name of the song is
yeah.
And then everything turned red in the background. And it's just like, and then he ended the night with a kiss on the frontal lobe. And he said, that frontal lobe was everything in that jam, bro.
That's crazy.
You don't hear people talking about the frontal lobe since or before that. That was it was a pivotal, people don't be shouting out the frontal lobe no more. What you got?
Well, this is another one that got so many quotables. I'm just gonna give you one.
Okay.
So you want to shoot me in my pinky toe?
I got that one, bro. I got that one.
Bro, I had that one, and the other one I had, yeah, put your mom on the phone. I ain't never coming home no more. I was in there like one of these two.
Yeah.
Gotta be in there.
You gotta tell the people where they from in case they don't know.
Oh, Harlem Nights.
Harlem Nights.
I mean, I'm assuming that everybody looking at this knows, but Harlem Nights, you know, when they was fighting in the back, and Quick pulled out, he shot Barry in a pinky toe.
All right, I'm gonna switch it up. This one I, you really used to watch comedies growing up, and I liked all comedy, but this one is a memorable line. You can take a good look at a T-bone by sticking your head up a bull's ass, but wouldn't you rather take the butcher's word for it? That's Tommy Boy. He kept messing up the quote throughout the whole movie. So he tried to go back and say it again. He's like, you get a good look at a T-bone, but you gotta stick your head up a butcher's ass. Wait a minute. It's gotta be your bull. Wait. So he kept messing it up.
Bro, I gotta go watch that boy. I ain't seen Tommy Boy in so long. That is funny.
Do you remember that? That was his dad. That's how his dad closed the deal.
I know that's the dad's quote, but I haven't seen that movie in so long. I'm like, bro,
that was crazy. Tommy Sr., a.k.a. Brian Dennehy.
Yeah, I remember Brian Dennehy played a dude dad.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
But we love them stupid movies like that, bro.
Yeah. Okay. This is a quote that gets thrown around in our house a lot. Okay. Not even if there's a fire. Step Brothers.
I never seen Step Brothers.
Okay.
Or either I forgot it.
This was early on in the movie when Will Ferrell's mom had gotten married, and so they were going to the house to move in with him, and he was talking about the stepdad Robert. He's like, Robert better not get in my face. Like, he was really going in on this dude. He's like, I'm not calling him dad, not even if there's a fire. What got to do with calling this dude dad, bro?
Yo,
like, not even if you ain't gonna call this man dad, even if there's a fire. Yeah. Like, I don't understand it. But that just conveyed how much hatred he had in his heart for Robert. And he's like, I'm not gonna.
Shout out to all the blended households out there trying to make it work.
Not even if there's a fire.
Okay, here's another one. This is a classic. The laces were in. Ray Finkel and Ace Ventura.
Yep.
There we go. Finkel, Einhorn, Finkel. It's my joint right there.
Finkel is Einhorn is Finkel. Einhorn is what? Because he was
Einhorn's a man.
The dude had that plunge on his
face. Bro.
Bro, that was so funny.
They did the crying game scene from that Jay. He cried in the tub.
Yeah.
He was crying naked.
Oh man, come on.
That show was crazy, bro. Yo, man, that dude made some classics though, bro. But actually, my favorite, I picked that one, but again, it's the offbeat lines for me.
Yeah.
So my favorite line from Ace Ventura that I go back and I just laugh at to this day is when his landlord catch him trying to sneak into his house when he owed the rent. And he say, Ventura. And he said, yes, Satan?
Yes, Satan? That's hilarious. Bro,
that's my joint right there, so bro. Stupid. That's my joint.
So
that's my joy, bro. That's so stupid, man. Ventura. I got a bunch, bro. You done?
I'm running low, but
okay.
there is another one.
Go ahead.
So this is Aim for the Bushes. You probably don't know what that is.
What is that?
That's from the movie The Other Guys with Will Ferrell.
That's another one I ain't seen.
bro.
I ain't even.
That was, bro. This one scene, like the movie. I like the movie, but this one scene for some reason hit me so hard because it's Samuel L. Jackson and The Rock,
right,
and they are the two top cops in what I think is in New York.
I remember. I actually didn't finish it. I started it and I never finished. I saw like the beginning.
So you know the scene I'm talking about?
No.
So this is there's a heist, a chase, and the criminals go to the roof of a building, right? And they zip line down the building and then cut the line. And The Rock and Samuel Jackson are chasing them, right? And they get to the top of the building, and they look and they see, oh, these guys are professionals, blah, blah, blah. He's like, hey, partner, you think what I'm thinking? And it's like, aim for the bushes. You know it. And these dudes jump off the building and they start playing the song, There Goes My Hero. And no, the dudes just plummet to their deaths because for some reason they thought they were invincible. They thought they had, they really thought they were like superheroes.
Right.
They got so full of themselves because of all the action-packed stuff they was doing.
That's crazy, bro. That's a cautionary tale or whatever.
Like, aim for the bushes. You know it. They fist bumped and then jumped off the building.
That's crazy.
Oh, bro. That was so funny.
Here go one. How much you gonna cost to turn these whites only pies into pies?
How about I turn you in?
That's Eddie Murphy in life.
Oh.
Some lines I just can't forget.
Bro.
That's one of them. I can't forget
SOFT. Soft. That's another one. Bro, they got so many. That's another movie with so many quotable lines. You know,
right.
You know what else I love? I love you ever watch the credits and they show the bloopers? Bro, they got the bloopers. That's just as funny as the actual movie.
Oh, if I don't remember, because that movie is old, and I probably saw it when it first came out. But for whatever reason, I can't forget certain stuff. I just can't forget.
That line right there is,
it just sounds so crazy, bro.
Bro, you was scared? Don't be scared. No, but at the end of the movie, they got a scene. There's a scene. You know the guy at the end of the movie where they go hunting, and the guy who put them in prison had Eddie Murphy's dad's watch.
Bro, I ain't gonna front. I need to go back and rewatch it.
Okay, the guy that put them in jail when they were young eventually became the superintendent of Mrs. They were working for the current superintendent, and he was about to take over as the new superintendent. He was still a mean old racist dude, right? So they out hunting, right? And Claude and them, he's like, he got my daddy's watch. I know that's my daddy's watch. That's Eddie Murphy. And they like, so it's a scene. So he like, did you put these men in jail? He's like, blah, blah, blah. Did they commit the murder? He's like, it doesn't matter. We got 80 years of free labor, you know what I'm saying? And eventually he was about to try to kill Eddie Murphy, and then the superintendent shot him, right? But in the blooper scene, after the superintendent shoot the new guy who put them in prison, Eddie Murphy pick up the watch and was like, this ain't my daddy watch. And everybody on the crew just bust out laughing. I was like, that dude's stupid, bro.
Yeah, we shot the wrong dude.
Yeah, man. Right, we did all that. This ain't his watch.
Yeah, my bad, y'all.
My bad. It's the wrong guy. I was like, bro, that is comedy gold.
I don't know. You got any more? Because I can stop.
Nah, you got another one? You can go ahead. You got another one?
The rest of them is too basic. There's ones that everybody say, so I don't even want to do them. I try to think about ones that everybody say.
I'm trying to think of ones that's, super, super important to me. That's why I was like, these are memorable to me. These are the movies that, because, you can always do the Denzel, King Kong ain't got no me.
That's true.
I've heard the stories about how that dude improvised that line and all of this stuff.
All right, man. If we ain't got no more, man, tell the people where to find you.
DavidGriffinComedy.com. Links to all my social. David Griffin Comedy on everything. Also, Coffee and Beignets YouTube channel. Me and my wife. We be getting it in. We be talking about stuff. We be having fun, good times, laughs, love, all that stuff.
I see you did it again.
Yeah, you see, I'm trying to
I see what you're
up
doing.
that love level, you know.
There you go.
The laughs and love, baby.
So you can find me at LionelHarris.com. Also, the links to all the socials, upcoming shows, all of that will be there. Jokeaday podcast on socials. And, please like and subscribe. I don't know if I said it at the beginning like you're supposed to. You're supposed to say it at the beginning of the video.
Yeah, like and subscribe, Bible, comment.
I forgot.
Tell us y'all most memorable movie lines.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, what did we miss? Put the ones we missed.
The ones that matter to y'all in the comments.
Please do.
Most memorable ones to y'all. Yeah.
And shoot, it'd be good. It'd be real clever if I ended it with a nice, memorable line from a movie.
Yeah.
But
we're going streaking.
I'm not gonna do it.
That's not.
Thank you.
Okay.
What was that?
That's from old schoolers. Will Ferrell's another Will Ferrell. See.